I'm Layla Ajaralu. I'm a designer and sociologist, and I am passionate about using design as a catalyst for social change. As a woman in this industry, I have experienced some interesting obstacles throughout my professional career. From being intentionally ignored during meetings, to being treated as the receptionist when I was actually serving as the artist in residence, to countless times I was told to be less aggressive. I became fascinated by the odd and somewhat offensive encounters, and I started to wonder, is my gender affecting other people's opinions of me and my professional capabilities? And just how big of an inhibitor is gender bias anyway? I mean, the statistics on the number of women in leadership roles in the design and tech sectors is not encouraging. While more women graduate from higher education in creative industries than men, very few organizations employ women in active leadership roles. So why are women so underrepresented as leaders? What's preventing our progress? Well, I love a good challenge, so I partnered with the Women Lead Initiative at the AIGA, and I started to explore the way in which gender roles play out in the design community. I conducted interviews and workshops with over 100 women and men across this country. And along the way, I collected fascinating and somewhat frightening stories of the pervasive ways gender-related barriers are impacting people's careers. It turns out that stereotyping relating to gender affects both women and men because of the implicit gender-related expectations that we all have. This manifests itself in all sorts of pervasive ways. I mean, just look at the gender pay gap. And as I looked through the scientific studies into gender biases, this all started to make a lot of sense. At the current rate of growth, it will be 2085 by the time women reach parity with men in leadership positions. And many of the obstacles that women experience are actually based on these neurological barriers that historically helped humans survive in the world, but thousands of years into our evolution, these same neurological biases now limit our ability to understand what it's like to be someone else, to be someone different from us. What came out of this research is the need to build empathy for one another as a way of rewiring the brain biases that inhibit equality in the workplace. So I created the Gender Equity Toolkit to help bust these brain biases that work against us all. I personally want to see way more equity and diversity in the creative professions, and so I'm very excited to be launching the Gender Equity Toolkit into the world. I hope you enjoy it. Let's see what kind of change we can all make together.